This is Goals with Soul, the podcast for visionary coaches and entrepreneurs, building your business with inspired action. In alignment with your mission and authentic message, so you can create impact for your soul clients and feel lit up every day. I'm your host, Jo Ingram, married mum of 3 daughters from London and a former ad agency director turned business coach and strategist. In Goals with Soul, we blend revenue generation with energetics, marketing strategies with pranic healing, and ambitious business goals with our soul's desires. If you're looking to build your business with less efforting and more ease, this is the podcast for you. Let's dive in. Welcome to Goals with Soul. I'm Joanna Ingram, and today is International Podcast Day. So unusually, I'm putting out an episode on a Friday and tackling a subject today that I know is close to so many of our hearts, which is that of courage in business. I've realised that when women particularly put themselves forward and have a brilliant idea and want to serve, something that gets in the way so frequently is having the courage to be themselves, to be individuals, to be unique, indeed to be authentic. As I've progressed in my business and had to overcome so much of this myself, I see that sometimes it's not the strategies and it's not the contacts or any of the other things that we think are the first things we have to tackle, but it's actually just having the inner self-worth and the courage to put ourselves out there and do something that feels so far out of our comfort zones. We just want to run away and hide in the bed, right? And as I've progressed my own methodology and worked on this myself and with my clients, I realised that actually what is required is, which I'm calling a 2-step unhiding process. Got to be honest with you, title is not very catchy. So perhaps when you've heard the description, if you can think of a better name for this process, I would love to hear it. But essentially what it's about is the fact that we are in hiding. You are so uniquely brilliant. And every day that you don't show up and shine is another day that others don't get that amazing transformation that you can create once you've resonated, connected, and worked with them. And so in order to unhide, I have recognized there are 2 steps that we all have to get on board with, to develop, and then to implement. And the first is clarity. This is the idea that not everyone, and probably not you, and certainly not me, realise the extent of our brilliance. You are unique, multifaceted, super talented, wildly amazing woman. And you have so much within you that you can share to help others, and of course to help your own business, to advance your impact and your income. And I've recognised that when I work through a messaging lens, I realised that so much of messaging is about our unique brilliance, about our authenticity, about what it is that we actually have deep inside that we don't even recognise or acknowledge. And once we get the clarity of what we really have through the experiences, through the pain and the struggles, through our passions and our interests and the skills we've developed throughout our lives, when we get clear on that, then we're able to actually take big, bold steps in courage. And of course, the second part of the 2-step unhiding process is courage. It's clarity and courage are the 2 things that we need to really reach our full potential. And courage comes when we're ready to leave behind the fear of judgment, to overcome imposter syndrome, even though it claws at our hearts every time we want to put ourselves out there. Until through courage, it becomes natural. It becomes really innate that we just show up and shine. Because I believe, through the lens of the law of attraction, you get indications from the universe about whether you're doing something right. And they are how you feel. And it's the evidence of what shows up in the 3D world, in your environment, that can tell you whether you're on the right track. And I'm telling you this. Whenever I have shown up in pure courage, the universe has given me amazing signs back. Even though you show up and you feel a bit anxious about it, once it's done, there's that feeling of euphoria, that feeling of joy, that pride in yourself, that you can put yourself out there and you can express how it is that you help, make the promise because you know that you are good enough. And this speaks to your clients. This confidence and this courage has an energetic resonance. It's not just something that makes you feel good, but your clients respond to it when they're seeing you show up, no matter where that is, whether you've put yourself out there as a podcast guest, or you're showing up on an Instagram live, or you're showing up for a new client on a new program that you're nervous about because you haven't done it enough times in your view. Whatever that is, when you show up with that courage and make it an innate part of you, something that's just in your gift zone, then the resonance is absolutely phenomenal. And of course, it leads to actually getting more clients. It leads to your business growing and expanding. So the pairing of clarity and courage together and being able to be authentically you in your messaging, in your offers, in your business, all of that comes together and allows you to create your uniquely brilliant business. I'm going to keep this super short because this is a little mini bonus episode. But I'm telling you, I'm looking around, I'm seeing the amazing things everyone is doing right now. And the energy in September has just been palpable. It's a beautiful start to the new year. For me, it's been the Jewish New Year. We celebrated Rosh Hashanah. But actually, energetically, globally, there's a change in September. Traditionally going back to school and just getting your head down or getting your vision up and all the things that make changes in our business. And for me, it's been a super, super exciting month. I softly launched my Messaging Edge Illuminator, which is my one-to-one program that helps established coaches to elevate and express their unique brand messaging so they can attract and resonate with their soul clients. And it's been amazing to bring in my first clients to that program, to see the changes and transformations that happen after each of those sessions. And if that is something that calls to you and you're an established coach, you're ready to up-level your messaging, and perhaps it's been the case for you, as it was for me, that you've done so much inner work, so much up-leveling, that it's time to express that in your message, but you haven't got that clarity or that courage dialed in, then just get in touch. I'll put my email in the show notes so you can send me a note and I can share the details. And so happy International Podcast Day. If you have a podcast on your heart, maybe now is the time to launch it. My podcast has been one of the most joyful parts of my business. I couldn't imagine not expressing myself in this way. But whatever way you are ready to express your unique brilliance, just go out and shine. To your Inspired Action weekend, take care. Bye now. And if you enjoy listening to Goals with Soul and have enjoyed this bonus episode, I would love it if you today on International Podcast Day could drop into your Apple Podcast app and leave Goals with Soul a 5-star review. I love reading your feedback, and of course the reviews count towards helping podcasts grow. So thank you so much for your support and speak to you soon.